The following is a Just Green production brought to you by the Might Be News Network.
Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the season finale of Might Be Brews, the podcast where we explore the people, places, and brews of the craft beer world. My name is John. With me, as always, Mr. Steve. How you doing today?
So when I listen to my podcast, I'm one of those speed and a half guys. I do the speed and a half. So hearing the music at regular tempo now, I feel like I'm in slow motion because I'm used to it being all. Now I feel like I'm in slow motion.
I should just talk really fast for the rest of the episode and see how that sounds when you actually play back.
Don't.
The man behind the board, my brother Taylor. How you doing today?
Okay, terrific.
Doing great.
Great. And our guest today, the regional overlord from the Colony Meadery, Dave McAdoo. Welcome back, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
I did not get to hang out with you on the last podcast, so I'm super excited to be able to hang out with you and crack some beers. So let's get into it.
What are we cracking first? I think we got a little Pilsner action coming at us first.
So I was really excited. I haven't seen this locally, but I was in Williamsport recently, and I went and grabbed the GABF gold medal winner for Pilsner, New Trail Brewing Company, Lazy River Pils. So here we go.
Nobody's ever in Williamsport.
No.
Unless you're going to the Little League World Series, you're going through Williamsport.
Yeah, I go every year pretty much.
Isn't there?
Like once
My
a year.
grandparents, yeah.
Grandparents.
What else is up there? Is that Reptile
Nothing.
Land?
Reptile Land.
Reptile
Still kinda
Land's
close to
there.
there?
Absolutely.
I forget the name of the federal prison that's up there, but it's up there.
There is a prison.
a
Lycoming
big-
College.
Yeah.
Bullfrog Brewing is also in Williamsport.
The prison's not in Williamsport, though, is it?
It's like right outside. Like Williamsport's
I got a whole
like
nother one
this
if you
cool
wanna-
cool little city.
There's a Wegmans because that's why I
There's
go
definitely
there.
there's
Deliver to
definitely Wegmans there.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, I actually got this at the Wegmans. I did not make it to the brewery, unfortunately, but
I try to visit all the Wegmans in the state except for the two in Erie and the one in Penn State. But yeah, we're in all of them. So
nice.
deliver to. So yeah, when Williamsport makes an order, it's like, okay.
You got to make that trip yourself?
Yeah, I try to. Yeah,
Wow.
I try to go in the summertime, check the cross cutter schedule, and then just go up, hit Bullfrog, and then leave.
Nice.
Good hot dog spot up there. I saw.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, foreshadowing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a literary term. You guys remember that from news, but all right. Cheers, everybody.
All right.
Dave, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
The
Cheers.
Happy finale.
Season finale.
That's actually, yeah.
I know it's this is going to be weird because this is our recording finale is happening now,
Right.
today, in the past for you listening.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But in the future, for me, I'm recording the game show,
Oh, that's right.
which is going to release
A week after this.
in the future
Correct.
of this.
When is soon?
But I don't have the.
You lost me at the first after.
I lost,
I was
you
like,
just keep saying after, future, and past, and
I'm going
you
to smile and nod.
It
and
sounds
yeah.
correct.
That's right.
Meredith Wills is calling in right now.
The game show will come out Friday, December 20th. Friday, December 20th. This show is coming out
Today.
December 12th.
Now.
Yeah. December 12th. Yeah. Right now.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah. But season finale. You guys have had a hell of a season.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's been crazy.
We've had some fun.
We're going to have to get into it. I want to talk about like some of the favorite episodes, favorite moments from this past season, favorite beers, worst beers, things like that. So,
Well, let's stay in the present,
yeah.
in the now, which was recorded in the past, and talk about this New Trail Pils.
I think this is a really good Pilsner. You know,
Very nice. It's got a nice hop characteristic to it. It's not overpowering. It's got the crispness. It's got what you want from a Pils.
it's really good, but I think there's actually a little bit more bitterness than I would expect to win or take that category. And maybe I don't know that much, but I remember drinking it and thinking, wow, like it's a bit hoppier than I would have imagined. And I'm surprised that having that much hop character would still win.
I'm far from a BJCP expert. so I don't know all the style guidelines, but I imagine there's got to be some sort of hop presence in the notes because this definitely has a hop presence to it.
Definitely does. I really, really like this beer. I think it's I don't know. I think the hop bitterness is great. I think it's got a nice finish. Just a very, very great, really good Pilsner. So I'd probably go 4 or 5 on it.
It's not real sharp, which I like. You go to we've got the prime example of a great Pilsner right down the street, of course, Prima.
Sure.
And this finish is a little softer for me, but I think the bitterness is great. I love Pilsners. They're just, if you can make a Pilsner, then you can make anything. Go with all this barrel aged double Dutch chocolate monkey sauce in a barrel. If you can make a Pilsner, then you're on your way. And this is a damn good Pilsner.
It's definitely tasty. I'm going 4.25. If you had this in front of me and you had Prima in front of me, I'd probably still reach the Prima. Sure. But it's still a darn tasty beverage. Taylor's tilting his head back and finishing the cup.
I'll go.
Yo, baby, what's up?
I'll go 4 on that. It's really good. It's clean. A little too, I don't know. I guess like a little too hoppy for me for a Pilsner, right?
It is hoppy for a Pilsner.
I feel like it's like borderline overkill for me a little bit on it.
Okay.
Like if I was going to go for a Pilsner, if I was like, I want a Pilsner, crisp, refreshing, easy going down, this is good, but it's not the one.
I hear you.
It's not the one.
I hear you.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like it. I agree. It is a little bit hoppy.
Yeah.
A little bit more bitter than I'm used to with a Pilsner, but I like it for that. So I think it's good. So anyway, should we get into the food here?
Yeah, Dave.
I feel like we're starting a little.
Dave foreshadowed.
Yeah,
He foreskinned what we're about to do here.
We stopped at a new spot in Downingtown, Barn Dogs, gourmet hot dogs.
Not a sponsor yet.
Not a sponsor yet.
They
Right
don't
in
pay us.
Downingtown,
They don't pay us.
right behind Rita's. In that same building connected to Rita's.
Oh, okay.
Right before the tunnel going into Johnsontown.
Nudies, is Nudie still there? Or
No, I think this is where they
where it
took over
was?
that spot.
They
Yep.
took over Nudi's spot.
Okay, all right.
So I've been following on social media, and I think it's kind of neat that we don't have a spot like this around, or it's kind of unique to be just a gourmet hot dog place. So anyway, we brought a few dogs with us to try it out. I've never had it. We got a naked dog, we got a chili cheese dog, and we got the Cubano, which is has some, looks like roast pork, some mustard, some pickle on there. So I'm going to go ahead and get into, I guess I'm going to start with the naked dog.
Got to start naked.
I think he said they make their rolls.
He did say they make their rolls there.
The hot dogs are very long. They're a lot longer than the bun.
Definitely, the roll is great.
Roll
Roll is really good.
Really good bread. A little sweetness to it. Good chilliness. But not old. It's solid. This will hold up a lot of toppings.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. It probably has to be like a pretty diesel roll to be able to handle all that.
Yeah.
The dog itself is good.
I think it's a Sabret's. Tastes like a Sabret's.
What's that the dog does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dogs are a little smaller in diameter,
Yeah, they're not very wide.
so it's definitely, you want to try and get some toppings on there. And they have a whole list of different toppings and everything you can throw on the dogs. I got to get into this chili cheese here.
Yeah, let's go chili cheese. Yeah, I would say that the dog itself is pretty good. The chili cheese has chili, cheese, some onions on top. But I don't know. It looks amazing. But the guy was really nice. We got to talk to the owner, Barney, and he said he's from Miami or was in the Miami area, and he went to culinary school and decided to come up here and get this place going.
Little kick.
I was just about to say, a little spice in that chili.
Little kick.
Yeah?
Chili there.
I like it.
Not too much.
I just wasn't expecting it.
But yeah, I would say definitely try to follow them online. Facebook, Instagram. He does a good job posting videos and saying hi and things like that. They just opened. They had Levante cans on the shelf there. They're doing a little takeover there with Levante right now. So you can go there and get a dog, but also, have a Tickle Parts or a Cloudy and Cumbersome right there while you're while you're having a dog.
There's some different. Looks like not a topping, but something on the roll. So I'm not sure if that's the hot sauce. If there's a little hot sauce on the bun, or if that's just the chili leak through.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. I see it there. I'm trying to get everything on one bite, but this is a
little
an
messy.
overloaded dog. Yeah.
It's a little messy.
It's horrible.
Thank you for the napkins. That's a great idea. I have those.
Oh, do you have some?
Taylor is looking at these things like we're eating live hearts from a calf that are still beating.
Yeah, just so everybody realizes, we tried to let him get in on this, and he was not interested.
No bueno. No interest at all.
That was y'all with the food conversation a couple weeks ago.
What's that? Oh, yeah. I'm not a hot dog guy. Not really a hot dog guy.
It was like not a hot dog guy, a mac and cheese, all those like in divisions in the plate. Like you got to have the old cafeteria tray,
Right.
and you wash the plate off before you eat again. I was cracking up driving around.
So I just got to the
Man, that's got some good heat.
yeah, that's got some kick to it, and I like it. It's not too much. It's not too spicy at all, but it's just the right amount of heat. It's really, really good chili.
I spy a jalapeno on yours.
No, there's a
I don't
pickle.
think so.
Oh, it's
There's a pickle on the
okay, on
The pickle on the Cubano.
On the Cubano.
Cubano.
We're all just going to have these horrible accents for the rest of the episode.
Cubano.
Lucy.
Yeah, I like the heat on that. I haven't gotten to the other one yet.
Should we
But, man,
open
that's
another
really
beer
good.
while we're
Yeah, that's a good idea.
going?
Totally forgot to take a picture. Dang it.
Of what, the dogs?
Yeah.
What do we you want to do our
Styling and profiling.
woo!
You know, I guess I don't have a lot of wrestling, experience. I used to watch it back in the day, and I remember when The Rock and Stone Cold and Mankind, all these guys were in it. But Ric Flair was probably a little bit before my time. But I thought he actually would say styling and profiling.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
But I looked up videos online,
And he'd do
and I
this.
never heard him say it. I was trying to find some audio of him actually saying it. He was always doing the limousine riding,
Oh yeah.
jet flying, all that stuff.
To
But
be the best, you got to beat the best.
These alligator shoes are hungry.
So what do you?
We have to stop wrestling now because Dave will just go. He will be gone for like 45
Oh
minutes.
yeah, you're a wrestling guy.
I am.
Oh, nice.
Taylor will be playing video games in the back,
Yeah, just hanging out.
hanging out. Dave will be talking about Junkyard Dog and Coco Beware all night.
Oh man,
Frankie. Yeah.
I can get down with some of the older.
Oh, yeah?
That was Junkyard Dog, Hogan, Heyday.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior was about my. That's about when I got out.
nice. So really random, but I used to work for an oil company, and I would pick up oil from a Sunoco refinery. It's actually right in Exton, near Ship Road and Route 30. So
Yeah, Paul Spitz used to work up there.
the guy that worked in there, his name was Dave, and he said his or somebody told me at one point, they were like, yo, he used to be a pro wrestler. And I was like, he looks like a pro wrestler. He's like, just has that big body build and a mullet. So he just fits the profile. And he said, yeah, he used to actually be a pro wrestler. Look him up. His name was Dave the Barbarian.
I don't remember him.
No, it was, I don't think he ever got like too big, but he did like actually get to wrestle Hulk Hogan once, but he would like just do, little WWE events and, or WWF back then, and be like a local guy when they came into town right from King, they always said
A jobber.
Dave the Barbarian.
I actually had that term. I was like, he's gonna be a jobber.
Yeah. From, did you get some of this? Not yet?
Not yet. He would be the guy that would come in and just get his rear end handed to him.
Yeah.
Well, let's
or-
say,
So I don't know how much of a career he had out of it, but it was kind of neat to see him online, looking him up on YouTube.
So let's get into our Munich Hells. That's our next style here. We're in the pale malty European lager section. Overall impression, a clean malty gold colored German lager with a smooth, grainy, sweet malty flavor and a soft, dry finish.
bullseye.
So I went with the Westenhofer Original.
Oh wow, this is crazy. Woo! That's very interesting. It's like man, it tastes like something. I can't figure out what it
It's
is.
a beer.
It's a beer. I don't know what it's reminding me of.
There's
I don't know how you guys pronounce these things. When you guys were talking about the Westy 12s on the last episode.
Westfletterlin.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to try that.
You just gotta go.
Westfletterlin.
See, you had like a little pause at the start. You were almost there.
It's a Westy 12 to me.
Say it
I'm not
again.
doing it.
Westfletterlin.
West Vlatterlin.
Westfletterlin.
West Vlatterlin.
The TV combination.
Yeah,
Westfletterlin.
I see these things and I'm like, they all start with W and they all are unpronounceable after that.
You're saying it like a Charles Barkley golf swing. You just
That's how you say this?
No, that's West.
To say that does not make sense.
We should have said yes and just totally messed with him, and he would have never known the difference.
Grammatically impossible. West Vlatterlin. Sound like you got peanut butter in your mouth.
No, that's what Weistenhofer.
I think that's what you said. Weston
It's
Hoffer.
It's really tasty. That's for certain.
It is tasty. I don't know what that flavor is. I'm trying to describe it. Maybe it's a little bready. I don't know. Yeah,
soft pretzel,
yeah. That's a good way to put
little
it.
fresh bread.
So I just handed Taylor the phone. That second beer down is what we were saying. The other one,
the Trappist.
Trappist Westvletterlin.
West Vletterlin. Yeah, that looks
nope.
like it.
I'm going to stay away from that one.
West Vletterlin.
There you go.
West Vletterin. Is it Ren? Redderin?
That Vletterin.
Vletterin.
Yeah, perfect.
It's a Westy 12, dog. But yeah, I'm going to get into this other bite of
You going
hot dog here.
You going Cubano?
Cubano.
Yeah.
Taylor, did you rate our Westenhofer original there? I'm gonna guess you like it a little bit better than the
I like
Pils.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 4.25. Easy. Easy. That's it's clean. It's very approachable. Something virtually anybody could drink. I think. You know, I think it's got a good overall taste. It's not too heavy. Definitely not too hoppy. It's a good beer.
I'm going 4 or 5. It just hits the style just perfectly.
It does hit that. What you described is
Was
what this
this.
is. Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally.
Stupid purity laws making beer the way it should be.
Now there's a word that I can't pronounce.
Purity?
No, the actual German purity law.
Oh, beer nerd license just revoked.
I don't know.
We've talked about it before,
Yeah.
and I don't know what it is. We talked about it with Gov, I think, when he was on from East Branch.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm gonna say I think I'm gonna go 4.25 on that. It's really good, but it's not really my thing. I'm just not sure exactly if like that whatever that taste is in it is just something that I'm not crazy about. So I'm probably gonna end up just like I'm probably gonna not go back for that style. Like go out of my way for it.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's
so
a
sad.
That's a beer drinking beer right there.
Yeah, I mean it's good. If somebody offers me one, I'm gonna take it. But I think I would much rather go for something a little bit more hoppy. Like if I'm looking at that and the
And
the new
Pils.
trail or a Prima, I'm gonna go for one of those every time.
So the German purity law is. See, I don't even know how to say it.
Reinheitsgebot?
Reinheitsgebot.
Yeah.
Reinheitsgebot.
Reinheitsgebot, Reinheitsgebot.
The German heritage in me is crying. There's a little bit.
You have German
I
heritage?
do. So I do. So just this week,
This man has been bringing sauce to Christmas dinners as long as I've known him.
now that side, my mom's side is still. So my kids had to do their heritage project in school. So I went on to the ancestry.com because I knew I had Italian in there. My dad's side, I didn't really know much of where everybody actually came from.
Okay.
And we found, so my mom's side is 25% Italian, half Polish and half Spanish from my grandfather. So my grandmother's 100% Italian. Grandfather is half Spanish, half Polish. So then it, keeps paring down. My dad's side, we were searching back. The freaking Regners have been in Coatesville since 1708 or
No
something
way.
ridiculous like that. Like, where did these people come from? But there was a Frederick Regner from Germany that I got back to, and then some other people went back to England. So my dad's side is kind of English and German.
Wow.
Gone.
Huh.
That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it. No, it is interesting. I did a whole genealogy, DNA test, the whole thing.
You did the whole.
Yeah, because I was adopted, so I was really curious to know for sure like what I was, and I think I'm like 60% English, 30% Irish / Scottish. For some reason, they put those two together, like in the same thing. At least they did for mine.
Yeah.
And then I think there was like less than 1% Native American.
You and Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, yep.
There you go.
So
Different podcast.
yeah, but so where are we at? Are we here? Are we going back to?
Did you guys talk about the Cubano dog at all?
I did not. The Cubano dog is awesome. It's got some mustard, some roast pork on it, some pickles.
The roast pork is really good. It's got a nice little bite to it with the pickles and the mustard. And again, there's a sweetness to the bread. It really all blends together. It's a really well done dog.
Yeah, no, I really like it. I was really worried actually. So we went to pick these up on the way here, and we got to meet Barney, the guy that owns the place, and talk to him for a couple minutes. And so I just told him, I said, "Hey, we're going to eat your dogs on the podcast." And then after we left, I'm like, "Dude, what if they suck? I'm going to feel bad being like, these are some dogs, but they're actually really, really good. These toppings are crazy." I'm actually going to. I'm a roast pork guy. Like that Cubano one was the one I was most excited about. But that chili cheese dog might be my favorite, probably because of that heat. It just had so many different flavors going on in there that I don't know. I really liked it. And the fries too. They got hand cut fries. They were we had them boxed up and brought them here, so they were a little cold, a little soggy by the time we got them here, but they were still good. So I think if you like get them fresh, eat them there, they're fantastic. They're still good now, but
Imagine those fries with that chili cheese on it. What?
I didn't tell you guys, but he actually put a little bit of extra roast pork on the fries that were in the box with the roast pork dog. So I think me and Jackie were tearing that up in there while we were cutting these up.
Thought that's what was going on. In
Yeah,
there.
we definitely had a little
Meat
bit
smuggling.
extra. But yeah, so yeah, they don't pay us, but shout out Barn Dogs. You guys are doing a good thing, and
Great job.
they seem to be excited about beer. You know, he was talking about the Levante thing. He's talking about teaming up with people in the future. So, you know, I think it's a good pairing.
Like I said earlier, I'm not a hot dog guy, but those hot dogs look really good for hot dog people. And like you said, the homemade rolls, that's a pretty big deal. I would imagine. Good job.
They got some burgers down there too. You can.
I'm gonna
Yeah, they do
go. I'll go
burgers.
get a burger down there.
Yeah.
No doubt. No
Very
doubt.
cool.
Because the fries were banging. I had some fries that were really, really good.
Yeah, they are good.
They're really, really good.
So let's do a quick Thanksgiving recap. I don't think we got one from you, Steve. I did one on news earlier in the week, but
Yeah.
Steve, how was your Thanksgiving and what went down?
It was very good. It was pretty simplistic. We had our normal Thanksgiving. The in-laws came over. I hooked up the turkey, and the stuffing, mashed potatoes was my duty, and we did it up.
Nice.
We're very traditional Thanksgiving. We don't go too crazy with like any crazy sides. Like I try and keep it regular.
Yep.
I
Nice.
don't do any experimenting on Thanksgiving.
I did a really cool dish. That was the first time I've done it, but I did a Brussels sprouts, Gruyere, bacon, like Brussels sprouts gratin kind of thing. You know, so it was very cheesy, very rich. That bacon, it was just so freaking good. I blanched the Brussels sprouts first. I kind of wish I didn't because they were kind of like just soggy by the time they were, you know, they were
Over.
a little overdone. So I think next time I'm just going to put them in fresh before I throw the whole thing in the oven. But yeah, I think Amish Rob posted the recipe online,
I'll have to check that out.
and I stole it from him, and it's fantastic.
I do like Brussels, but I can see being worried about it going the other way.
Yeah.
Because you don't want a too raw Brussels sprout because then you're
Yep.
just
Yeah,
not good.
So I like a little bit of texture to it. So, but it was really good. Also, after Thanksgiving, the Saturday after, we had a little shindig at my place.
It was Johnny's birthday.
Yeah.
We had a
time.
really good time. We had, you know, there was a handful of people that couldn't make it. The Kinnamans, the Charlones from News and Relatable, they couldn't make it, which was a little sad. But I'm kind of glad they couldn't make it because there were so many effing people in there.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't realize it. Like when we have people over, we've got such a big backyard and a nice outdoor hangout area that there's so much space for everybody to be spread out. But it being cold and everybody inside, it was like,
Yeah.
it was a little packed.
Once you get all those people plus their kids,
Yeah.
it becomes
Plus the kids was
it's a different animal.
Insane.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good beers.
There's a lot of beer there.
There's a lot of beer there. It was a lot of fun. I made a brisket. Taylor didn't like it.
That's such bullshit. Such bullshit.
Why don't you like his brisket?
You know what?
What's wrong with
Every
it?
time I make food, you're just
I don't like
constantly-
John's attitude.
he has a couple bites of it and then he hides that he's not eating the rest.
It's unbelievable.
He had like 14 napkins on his plate. I think he was doing the spit into the napkin
Yeah.
and then fold it up.
I
He threw away
loved your
half
brisket.
of his sandwich.
I love your food. It's absolutely ridiculous. However, I didn't eat as much of your brisket as I wanted to. The reason for that was Steve's mac and cheese.
Bullshit. Oh, okay.
Steve's mac and cheese is fucking decadent.
I want to say that I asked everybody to bring a dish. I was going to do the brisket. I was actually going to do turkey also and completely forgot because I had so many issues with the brisket. So that's why we did meatballs last minute. But I asked everybody to bring a dish, and holy shit, was that not the best idea? The mac and cheese was probably like in the top 5 best things
Instant
that ever
classic.
happened to me
Instant
in my
classic.
life. Like marrying my wife, kids, and mac and cheese is somewhere in there with the top 5.
Well, first off, I thank you all for your kind words about the mac and cheese. I didn't think it was my best mac and cheese.
Really?
It was
chef never
good,
does.
but I like the one that I made for Belgian Beer Day. I like that mac and cheese a little bit better.
It didn't make an impact on me like it did this time.
Okay.
But I had a lot left the next day, and I ate a bunch then too.
Do you have a recipe you stick to? Do you
Kind
do you
of.
finagle about?
It really just depends on what I see at Wegmans. Like if the Gruyere,
Cheese-wise.
cheese wise.
Okay.
Like if I see some Gruyere, I'm like, oh, that Gruyere looks pretty good. Let's grab some of that. Let's grab that cheddar. Let's kind of just depends on what I see.
Yeah. Shout out Devin Mack. He brought the beans. Did you have any of the beans? He had beans in a crock pot, and that I guess he made himself, but they were like baked beans. There was bacon in there. There was a little bit of maple syrup, I think. So it was sweet. It had a little bit of heat. It was hearty. It was so fucking good.
I really didn't see them.
I literally just ate it with a spoon the next day.
I'm angry.
Oh man, they were fantastic. And he brought a magnum bottle of
Fontaine.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Dre Fontaine, 3 Fontaine. I'm going 3 Fontaine.
Got a big 3 on
It's
it.
number
We'll-
3.
We'll Americanize it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that beer was fantastic. We cracked the 2014 Dark Lord, and the one that surprised me the most was this Rodenbach.
That was good.
That it was this one, the one in the red bottle. It was like a cranberry. I don't know if it wasn't a creek. It was just a barrel. I think it was a barrel aged ale that had some berries in there. They gave it a little bit of red color to it, but that one really blew my mind. It was delicious. But we had a bunch of good stuff. That was a lot of fun.
It was a good
Glad I-
time. Yeah, it was a great night.
So was especially for you, Taylor, was the mac and cheese above the wife's cookies?
Dude, those carrot cake cookies, I don't even know if you can call it a cookie because it was like a sandwich. It was hearty. It
She did
that
carrot
cream.
cake cookies, and then we did a cream cheese icing, and put it in the middle, and then.
I've been eating those all week.
But she messed up. She didn't put the raisins in there.
Oh, I'm glad she didn't.
Oh God.
I don't want raisins in that. That
Carrot
thing.
cake. It's supposed to have a raisin. Dave,
Nobody's.
speak up.
Golden raisins.
0%.
I have never had raisins in a carrot cake.
Carrot
Zero.
cake's got to have raisins.
Speak up.
Yeah.
0%
He's right.
chance. No.
Come on.
I don't see him often enough, but
I'm gonna put it in my butt and twist it.
Yeah, that's
That's where raisins
that would
belong.
be
that's where your
messy.
mac and cheese is going to go. You don't appreciate the raisins in a carrot cake.
That's
the
gross.
wife makes an awesome carrot cake.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I would.
I would try it if it didn't
Raisin
have
free?
raisins. Yeah, I'll try it either way. To be honest, I do like raisins. I just don't like them in my my pastries.
I thought Devin was funny. He had one of those cookies and was like, didn't know it was carrot cake.
I didn't know either.
He's like, I
trying to
don't like
figure it out.
carrot cake. I like these.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I didn't
it's
know what it
carrot
was.
cake.
I was trying to figure it out. I was like, I wonder if this is like some kind of spice cake, or I just really didn't know. I didn't realize, even though when I saw it in light, there's definitely shreds of carrots in there.
Yeah, there's probably a little bit of my knuckle from shredding the freaking carrots on the accordion
Yeah.
shredder too.
Yum.
That's gross.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah, but dude, I don't know. I just think it was a good time. My neighbors came over who my next door neighbors. I've lived next to them for at least a year now. been a little over a year. We really haven't hung out, so it was like the first time we actually had them over. And turns out he's a beer guy. He didn't know we did a podcast. I could have swore I told him, but really nice guy. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, everybody that came, it was a blast and all that good stuff. But we got to take a break. So we want to drink another beer right now, but we need to take a break and hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Jackie from Relatable Radio. I want to talk to you guys about Eunomia CBD. This stuff is great, and it helps with my stress and my aches and pains. I've tried everything I can get my hands on, from the gummies, pills, droppers, drink enhancers, and they're all fantastic, and they work. Holidays are coming up. Give the gift of Eunomia CBD. It's 100% THC-free, nano-amplified, and third-party lab tested. You can find them at eunomiacbd.com. That's EUNOMIACBD.com. Use promo code MBN and you'll get 20% off, plus free shipping, plus free stuff. They're giving exclusive stuff just to the MBN listeners. So what do you have to lose? Go to eunomiacbd.com today. Must be 18 or older to purchase.
So you've been listening to the Might Be News Network, but you still can't get enough each week? Become our patron on Patreon. Head to patreon.com/MBN Network to become a patron and get exclusive content now. For as little as $5 per month, you'll get access to extended episodes of all your favorite shows, as well as perks including MBN merch and monthly giveaways. Just want to support the network? Become a patron for as much or as little as you'd like. Get bonus content each week and head to patreon.com/MBN Network. Your contributions help us make this network bigger and better than ever before. Patreon.com/MBN Network.
Hey guys, it's Amy from Relatable Radio. Check out my Etsy shop, Aim for Home, for all your home decor needs. Lots of seasonal items and giftable things as well. Lots of new products coming soon. I also take custom orders, so send me a message on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/aim for home, all one word, or my Facebook at Etsy Aim for Home. Aim for Home, helping make your house your home.
And we're back.
Yes. I love it.
We were just talking about it. If you guys want to call in during any of these episodes, go ahead and give us a shout, and we'll answer any questions. If you got any, just give us a shout and call in.
Yeah.
So
We're ready to take your questions anytime. So Taylor, you let us know when the phone lines ring,
I absolutely will.
and we'll patch them in.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I just want to say quick, I wanted to plug the network a little bit, but mbnnetwork.com, there's so much good content now. We've got the Relatable Radio, Might Be News, Might Be Tunes, Novak and Franz, I hear is coming back, Might Be Sports. Yep. So all the shows have been fantastic. So if you're listening to us, please check out the other shows. And if you'd like to support us, check out patreon.com/MBN Network. Plans start as low as $5 a month. You get a free gift for joining. You get entered into monthly giveaways, and you get an extra 30 minutes of content on every show, including this one.
It's $5.
Yeah. $5.
And you'll get entry into the Wild Card Game Show.
Yes. So the Wild Card Game Show is going to be a new show, but each person that's playing or participating in the show will be representing one of our Patreon members.
That's correct.
So whoever wins the show
wins a gift card
for the
for the Patreon member. Yeah,
very cool.
So for instance, I'm in the first game show.
Correct.
I don't know if did I just break news right there?
No, we talked about it.
But did we talk about it in public?
You did.
Or just on our
in
chat?
the beginning of the show.
No, I'll do it again because I'm going to win this mother effer.
You're going to win it.
So whoever gets picked will be my patron, and they're going to win a gift card.
Yeah. So
That's correct. Yeah. So
at the beginning of the show, you'll pretty much know who's going to win and who's going to get the gift card. As soon as you announce
whoever I'm playing for,
Yeah, right,
will be the winner.
Yeah,
unless
we'll see.
unless the categories are Kinderman family history and women's soccer, I'm winning.
So in this time space continuum, I was working on the questions today. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard show.
That sounds like fun.
And there's going to be a lot of wrong answers. Yeah, that's okay. I think it's going to be a low scoring affair, especially with co-host Kev involved.
It's all right. I can take a defensive battle.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun though. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
So who's going to be on the first episode besides Mr. Steve?
Co-host Kev,
Co-host
Mr.
Kev.
Steve, and Jackie
Nice.
are the first three contestants.
And Allison is hosting.
Allison is the
She's
host.
going to ask the questions.
Correct.
That's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I'll be working the boards and doing like the in between stuff and whatever. You'll see. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Do we
I'm
have
looking
like
forward
buzzers and?
Yeah, I'm gonna have. Yeah. I've got some things lined up. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm excited for it.
What are we drinking? Let's go.
Yeah, let's drink something.
We're drinking slow tonight. We gotta.
Is this what we're having?
We gotta
This
get
is what we're
snappy.
having.
Dave, give us an introduction.
All right, so this is called the Earl. This is a still mead. Comes in about 7.5%. It's based on an old Earl Grey recipe and contains about 17 different herbs and spices. This is the driest mead that we do because mead doesn't have to be thick and cloying and overly sweet and shades of jet fuel, nor does it all have to be sweet either. I'm trying not to fall into just straight pitch right now. But yeah, I call this our steak dinner mead. If you don't have a good bottle of red wine, then this could be a go-to. You got a really good, just a really great nose on it. You get a little Simon and Garfunkel. For you chefs out there, you're doing any kind of roasted meats in the oven. This will pair up great with it.
I was expecting an overpowering tea, and it's definitely not overpowering me. And that's actually why I told you to pour me only a little bit, because I'm not a tea person. But I can definitely see this pairing with meat, definitely. Yeah, really well.
Wow, this is incredible. It's crazy because you're getting some of those spices. You're getting a, it's got a nice body. It's got a lot of flavor to it, but it's not too sweet. Nothing's too overpowering, but it's still full-bodied. So I kind of get what you're saying, where it's like, a red wine with steak is just like a nice, bold, full-bodied beverage to have with it that complements the flavor. I completely see that. This is really interesting. That's really good.
This would have went well with Thanksgiving turkey, actually.
Yeah. Well, we have another one for that, and that's our Wu-Tang Cran, which goes really well.
Which we had last time you were on the show, which is really, really good.
It was supposed to be a Thanksgiving one-off about 4 or 5 years ago, and people just kept buying it.
I hear that's nothing to fuck with.
You are correct. It's also available at your local Wegmans.
Is it?
Is it really?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm going.
Yeah.
I didn't get any last time. I got to get some of that.
I know a guy.
All right.
So I'll help you out.
Yeah, I'll
The
definitely
Earl is
go pick some of that up.
available online. Do a quick spot here with colonymeadery.com. And unlike Levante, what's it called? Aries?
Mercury, yep.
Sorry. We will deliver it to your door, but it'll be with our friends from UPS.
Okay.
Not in person.
Gotcha.
Or Dave will just drive it to your house.
It's true. If you're in Lehigh Valley, let me know.
And you got a little bit of Star Trek going on the front of there. It looks like the USS Enterprise.
Yeah, we're going through a little bit of a rebrand right now. It's with our labels on our cans and bottles. Before it was just, okay, make the company logo as big as you can, because you got to get your name out there so people recognize, like, oh, look, Colony. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. Now that we've been around for about 6 years, we're doing a little shift where we want the flavor name to be bigger. The same's here on the Ain't No Peach. And then little company logo on the back.
Gotcha.
Just because that's the way the market's moving. You stand in the aisle and look at all the tall boy cans. It's just amateur artists everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just
Absolutely.
crazy sauce.
For sure.
But yeah, the Earl, to answer your question, a roundabout. So it's forgive me, geeks, I don't know the name of the number of the USS Enterprise, but it's that with a cup of tea on the big round part, because an illusion, because that's Picard's favorite tea.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So we try to be inclusive on all of our nerd and geek and dork stuff. It's a big world out there, and you need to help each other out. So
Right. It is. It's really good. I wish I had some meat to go along with it, as far as like some red meat, some steak or something like that. I bet it would be really, really good with it. I like everything that I've tried from you guys. You guys left some. You guys left quite a few things with me last time you were here. The jerk mead was really good.
oh yeah, I'll be back out in the spring.
The It was a half and half, I think it was.
The
lemonade.
Tea-Tax.
Yeah.
It's called Tea-Tax. Our take on an Arnold
That
Palmer.
stuff was really good.
Yeah, too.
I think this was the first time I've had this one, and it's really good. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I like the second round with it, like the teas coming through. I just really like it. It's interesting.
I like the nose a lot. Like it smells
like it.
so good. It smells really good. Like it's just like kind of, it's almost like soothing to drink. It's not like abrasive
Soothing
at
like
all.
an Earl Grey tea.
Yeah, I would say so. Is that
a nighttime tea? I don't know my teas.
No, Earl's got a good amount of caffeine in it.
Nice.
Does this?
No. No, it's because we do a coffee mead as well, which is on hiatus right now for other reasons. But people get worried, like, oh, this is coffee mead. How much? It doesn't.
Okay.
Stop. This is alcohol. This isn't caffeine.
Gotcha.
We're not doing the Red Bull thing.
I always wonder sometimes when I'm drinking like a coffee stout or something like that. I'm like, I wonder how much caffeine's coming through on this.
Not enough to counteract the alcohol that's putting you to sleep anyway.
Probably. Good call.
That coffee mead was bananas.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
That's a good one. We've got a couple variations on it. We got a Cafe Picante, which is coffee, cayenne, and cinnamon. That is a cigar mead for after dinner. It's freaking wonderful.
Wow.
I'm going to go back-to-back meads.
Let's do it.
All right.
So you were talking about your references. This is one of my favorite references. We'll see. Did you hear us talking about this, Taylor?
No, I didn't.
So this is I Ain't No Peach.
Oh.
Let's see if you know. You will know the reference when we explain it to you.
So, as Steve's pouring, I'll give him the thunder on the reference. This is a peach and ginger session mead. So session mead, of course, just like in beer, it's a little bit lower ABV. So this is 6%, big, bold, balanced flavors, but lightly carbonated as well. And on the label, you can kind of tell that's it may or may not be when a certain Sixer fell into the crowd last year.
Is that Mike Scott?
Yeah. And
awesome.
well, I can neither confirm nor deny that.
You can't deny. Yeah. I got you.
And then the comment. Well, we had the resurface of the comment from Joel after him and Kat got into it.
Yeah, their little wrestle.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Mike Scott's response to somebody, probably every day. He's just awesome.
Except it was I ain't no bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
that word doesn't really describe the flavor profile. So
Right.
we had to get another one.
God, this is good.
This is delicious. The nose is crazy. It's straight peach.
It's
so crazy.
I also like the lightly carbonated meads more. That's more my flavor. I just like the texture of it. It just kind of gives it that little extra pop.
Gateway meads.
Yeah,
Which is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, and unapologetically so.
That's a good way to put it because it's like that. That's kind of a good way to ease into it from the craft brew, vibe.
That's why we like when grocery stores and beer distributors is easy, but especially grocery stores, they put us in the beer section. So it's like I talked about Wegmans for a minute. They put us in the beer section. It's in. Now they've changed it all around. They've done the whole move to the thing to the middle of the store and blah.
Right.
So we're in the cider section now. But used to be in Pennsylvania Craft Brews, which is very easy for people to pick us out. You don't put us in the gluten-free section because only people looking for gluten-free things go to the gluten-free section.
Right. That's got to be tough, yeah.
And if we're in the wine section, people who drink wine, they get their grape, they know what they're drinking. Beer drinkers are hunters. Mm-hmm. They look and look and look and look for more and had it, need it, have it, drink it again, have it, need it, have it. And, wine drinkers just stick to what they do. They got a backup grape, but that's about it.
That's interesting. That's a really interesting approach to the market where I never really thought about. Where wine drinkers know what they're getting. Beer people are looking for something new to try, something different. So that's a really interesting approach, and it's got to be tough. Like, where does it fit in?
Yeah, it's got to it and it sets back to like you guys Untapped and this, and it makes my soul cry when you hear somebody ask about a beer and their description is had it.
Huh.
And you just want to punch them in the throat. Like,
right.
Why didn't you had it again? That's why we got all these great breweries here in PA. Trogs, and we talked about Prima Pils and Victory, and God, how many 21st birthday parties were there? I can't remember.
Yeah, sure.
But
Literally.
yeah. But that's why you go back to these beers. You go back to Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Right.
You go back to Dead Guy.
So I don't know. I got this I Ain't No Peach from you a couple weeks ago. It was in October, I think, when you were down at the
Downtown Farmers Market. Yeah.
So I brought 2 of them to poker that next Friday. I don't know if you're watching the Untapped check-ins. If you ever see a flurry of meads with me and a couple other people like at the same time, that's me bringing mead or beer to poker.
Okay.
And everybody loved this one. This was probably it was definitely the favorite of the night. It's probably one of the more favorites that I've had. I just think the peach and the ginger balance each other perfectly. The ginger just knocks that little sweetness off the edge of it, and I think it's just really tasty.
Yeah, Mike Manning's a brewer, and he's been doing this for a long time, and it's really fun to work with him and Greg. Mike and Greg are the owners, and work with them on keep bringing up new things to try, and try this and different honeys you can work with. Like we just did a creamsicle mead.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's like I said, come visit. We got over we got close to 40 flavors. Up in Allentown, just opened up a new tasting room in Bethlehem, and then we got an outpost up in Scranton.
Wow. Scranton. That's crazy, though, because I'm looking at the different formats here. You've got a corked bottle, which is similar to wine, and then you've got a carved can also, similar to beer.
I didn't bring a keg.
But you just, there are different formats and different ways. I didn't even realize it when we were drinking the first one that it's probably not carved. So there's a lot of different interesting ways that you can get into mead, which is a little more versatile than beer is, which is kind of interesting.
It's really good.
Ain't No Peach is legit.
This is an instant classic.
It's delicious.
It's an instant classic.
Going 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm going 10 out of 10 instant classic.
10 out of 10 all day.
Word.
This is really, really good. I'm being serious. This is really, really good.
I could drink that all the time. It's not too sweet.
I think I gave the Wu-Tang Clan instant classic as well when you were here last time. That stuff was...
You're a mead guy.
I like the mead. I mean, because I like white wine. I do like white wine, and it kind of has that vibe to it a little bit with the flavor profile at least, and certainly the way aesthetically
it looks like it. Right?
It looks like it. Kind of you get the whole vibe from the nose.
Yeah, it's got a big nose, it's got legs when you twirl it. Yeah,
and it's really delicious, like really, really tasty. I will say that, like I said earlier, I'm partial to the carved versions of it.
Yep.
Like it's just it adds that extra dimension to it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Good mouthfeel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That's really good.
See, I told you.
Is that at Wegmans as well?
Not the ones down here.
Okay.
It's up in Lehigh Valley.
Okay.
Allentown, Bethlehem, Nazareth. You can also order online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm gonna do that.
How long would something like that stay fresh? Like, do I have to worry about drinking that in a month,
No.
8 months? Is this
No.
going
This
to
is
hold up
the-
a year or 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the anti-freshy IPA. There's no, you don't have to get rid of this in 90 days. The bottles will last forever, ever. Hashtag Outcast.
Forever, ever.
The cans, I mean, I wouldn't let them sit around for more than a year because, we're always making new flavors and making new batches. So, but we've put meads from the very beginning side by side with ones we just made, and we can tell the difference a little bit, but it's trace. Unless it's something like it's one of the hopped meads where it's like, after a year and a half, then the hops just like fall off.
Right.
Which, of course, that happens in damn near everything.
Sure.
But I brought some beers for you too.
Yeah, let's crack
we were
something and
talking about.
keep it moving along.
All right.
You going triple? Or you going? Where you going?
I got a Berliner Weiss. I got a triple. I got a palate cleanser here at the duck pen.
Yeah, let's do that duck pin. I've been eyeing it up because the label's been facing me this whole time, so I keep looking at it.
Taunting you.
It has been. So, yes. Good crack. Let's talk Christmas plans. What's going on for Christmas? Christmas beers? Anything exciting?
We could have opened the Christmas beer while we were talking Christmas beers.
I forgot we had a Christmas beer.
I was
It's on
looking forward to
the
the Anchor.
Just go backwards a little bit.
That's all right. We'll have some duck pin over Christmas maybe too.
I always look forward to the Anchor Christmas beer.
Okay.
The one with the tree on the front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always just a little bit different. I don't remember how they do it. It's like a different recipe every year, but
I did.
It's always fun.
Kunda Beverage, I think, just posted that one on their Facebook or Instagram. You know, I kind of like that place. You know what's neat about it is, you ever go there, Kunda Beverage in King of Prussia?
I do. They sell our products sometimes. So yeah.
So I take
Shout out to them.
I take 76 from Philly a couple days a week. You know, coming back home, and it's like really easy to get off 76 right onto the road that they're on, Henderson, I think it is, and hop down, check something out, and get right back on the road. And, you know, I can be in and out of there in just a couple minutes, but they've got a really good selection. There's a ton of beers there, but they have this really nice bottle section, and I kind of got stuck there the other day because I was looking for something for somebody in particular, but I just kept looking around like, oh, they have this, they have that. They had so much stuff, but it's kind of like a neat spot that I wish I went to more often. It's like I love Exton Beverage, of course. They're fantastic, and they're like my local go-to. But Kunda's really nice, and it's a really cool spot. But where was I going with this? Oh, I saw they had that Christmas beer there. That's the first time I had seen it.
I don't remember the last time I've had one of those. It's been a while.
I would just assume that like craft beer drinkers would just gravitate towards like heavy stouts during Christmas.
It's definitely on the menu.
Yeah.
But then there's different spices and stuff that people will add to different beers. Yep. I get the feeling this Christmas one that I have behind me here has got a little spice to it.
See, for me, I got really excited. I think when I first got into beer, I was working in Phoenixville. I stopped into Sly Fox. I grabbed one of their Christmas ales. I was super excited about it, and I drank it, and it was gross. And so far, I haven't found anything that I've really liked. Like when you get those ales that are like, they throw in those spices that are like cinnamon and gingerbread and whatever else bullshit. Like I just don't like it. Yeah, no, it's not for me.
That's Dogfish.
Yeah,
I haven't liked any of them that I've had so far. I am talking heavy on Christmas beers. I'm sorry. I'm like completely getting us out of whack.
Back to duck pin.
I could be, but see now this is a beer that you could have on Christmas, maybe Christmas Day. You just had lunch. You're kind of milling around the house waiting for dinner time.
Marathon beer.
Maybe there's some football on, depending on if it's Sunday Christmas or Tuesday Christmas.
This is a beer that is a no for me, dog. No for me, dog.
Too bitey.
So like, all right. I don't know if it's because we just double meated it. Like that I Ain't No Peach is so delicate, and this is just so hoppy and abrasive. Like I don't know if it's just the contrast of the two going from one to the other, but because like this one, the nose is fantastic. I feel like the nose is fantastic, but the taste is just like too heavy for me right now.
I think there's an earthiness to these hops that I think earthiness and those kind of hops are not your favorite.
You didn't get a lot.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Good.
Okay.
It's like, do you want me to just finish it? Or are you out on it?
I'll finish it.
Like, no, dude.
No,
I can't even.
I'll do that.
I'll
do that.
Have one more ounce. I thought you were doing one of those. Like, dude, just finish this
No,
one.
I'm the last one to get the round, and I realized that you were the last one this time, and I didn't feel like I left you a lot.
It's good. It is hoppy. It is that earthy hoppy, and whatever that malt is too. The way the two blend in together, it's definitely like a distinct flavor or distinct taste of this beer. Probably not my favorite, style of IPA or what is this, a pale ale?
Pale
ale. So
how many different pairs of glasses you got over there, Gramps? What's going on over there?
Yeah,
Look like a guy that just had his 25th class reunion this past weekend.
Oh, how was that?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I was at John's house.
oh, that's right. You stood that up for me. You weren't going to go either. Anyway, were you?
No,
I called the three people I knew might go, and they all were like, Nah.
Nah.
All right, well, I'm not driving an hour. Yeah, I mean, pale ale, 5.5%. It's funny you say heavy because I think this is all day drinking beer.
Yeah.
This is just easy peasy.
I think you think it's heavy from a flavor standpoint.
I agree with them,
It
and
says
maybe it is
Northwest. It says Northwest and Pacific Northwest hops, which I think I like that way because I pine, pun intended, for the old like the West Coast IPAs, they're dirty, gritty, like enamel rotters that just aren't around too much right now.
This is not an enamel peeler, but it's definitely got that piney, earthy taste that we were talking about.
Like I said, it might just be because of the contrast between what we had prior to this.
Definitely doesn't help the cause.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. As I'm surprised how like earthy and hoppy and not rugged, but it is just a bit much right after those beers. But I'm surprised to see that it's just a 5.5% pale because all that flavor and all that hoppiness going on. It's just surprising that it's coming from such a little guy.
Well, it was a no. It was a no from me, dog. But what do you guys rate it?
I would do like a 3.75.
I'm going solid 4.
Yeah.
I like it. I am a non-rater on the Untapped. Because we don't have time. I like it. I would drink this again and again.
I've been way off on my Untapped because I don't want to check in the beers now because I don't want it to be in the future of what people are seeing from the past.
Keeping up with your Untapped, be like, oh, they're going to talk about this.
Because like my boy Fish will be like, when's Steve drinking this? And then I'll drink it in a week from now. And he'll think that I've been drinking that beer the entire time.
Right.
And it's not that way.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting take on it.
Shout out to Fish. I need to get on that cool kids list of the Jersey beers.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you cracking out? Is this the Christmas beer?
Well, let's have a little Christmas beer since we were talking about Christmas beer.
Then we'll talk about something completely different.
So this is the Christmas ale from Bell's.
Let's talk about Thanksgiving beers.
It's a Scotch ale. I've never had this one before, and I think I've had this in my fridge for a year, so this might be aged.
So what do you guys like drinking on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, like what's your Easter flavor?
I know what your Easter flavor is.
What's that? What's my Easter flavor?
Them bottles you be hunting down, you got a big old vertical.
Oh yeah,
the licorice flavored.
Oh, is that an Easter thing?
Like a little, yeah, it can be.
Yeah,
Saint Bernadette
or no, Golden Corrales.
Van Kaiser Blau.
Cuvée Von Kaiser Blau.
Golden Corrales. That's where I used to work. That's not right.
I used to work there.
Golden Corral.
I went there on prime rib night.
Every night is prime rib night. Place is purgatory.
That's hilarious.
This is going to be a lot different. I don't know if you've had a Scotch ale before.
I have.
Have we?
Not on this show.
What?
Where'd you have one?
You had a Scotch ale
In
not on
Rochester?
their show?
In Rochester.
I knew it.
Yeah. Remember
Rodenbach.
Rodenbach.
No, not the
Rodenbach?
No, not the one we just had. There's a Roarback.
Roarback.
Rorschach?
Maybe.
West Letterland?
That's it. Starts with an R. It's
Trapeze.
Yes, this is a 2018.
Roarback Brewing, Rochester, New York. Almost said Pennsylvania.
That's nice.
Remember the first Scotch
That's
ale?
really
was
nice.
the Sam Adams, the one with the plaid on.
Is that what it's called, John?
Yeah, Roarback.
Because we got that before. We got their Scotch ale.
Yeah, it's
That
a
was the
neat
first
little
time.
place. You know what's crazy is there's Wegmans up there too in Rochester, but I've never seen it. When you go into the Wegmans, they've got cans, but they actually have sealed 64-ounce growlers with like tape over it at Wegmans that you can buy.
Really?
Yes.
New York with their weird and
I've never seen
laws.
anything like it. But like we went to the brewery, we tried a bunch of beers there. It's not bad, nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust that.
yeah, I know. It's very interesting.
Well, I don't know, man. It's coming from Wegman. I mean,
But when did they fill that growler?
That's a good point.
Yeah, because then there's breweries that do the beer releases, and sometimes they'll pre-fill growlers and stuff.
Yeah,
and that, I mean, I'm sure everything's on the up and up, at least in theory. That makes me a little nervous too.
Yeah.
I guess, especially if it's something like a cream ale. I mean, I'm really worried about losing carb more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is interesting. I don't know. We have to revisit that next time we go up.
Well, who makes this beer? What is this beer?
This is from Bell's.
This is not as spicy as I was imagining.
I wonder if it sitting a year took some of that off of that.
Yeah.
And I wish I had one fresh to compare to.
This is not bad. This is a nice full-bodied beer. Did you say it's barrel? Is there anything barrel going on in there?
Nope. It's just, it is a Scotch Ale, but.
It's the same recipe
Okay,
every year.
so I'm just getting some Scotch then.
Got me.
All right. I'm just saying because we were talking about
Anchor that they
yeah,
changed.
they change it up. And what's that other one? Fade to Black, where that recipe is always different too.
The stout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Left hand?
Left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So I've never had this before, but I feel like something might be, something tastes muted to me.
I could see that. I'm not getting a whole lot of spices, but I'm getting that Scotch, I guess, and that's what made me think maybe it was a little barrel because, I just kind of chalk this up with any barrel aged ale.
But it's nice. It's got a nice caramel note to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
A little roasty toasty.
Yeah, roasty toasty. I like that.
Would drink on Christmas. I definitely would drink this on Christmas. Not that it feels Christmassy, but it
It's a the little heavy beers. You get a little touch of boozy to them. You feel good, and the wife's driving. So
As far as Christmas beers are concerned, this is the best one I've had.
Wow.
If you're talking like Mad Elf, I'm out.
Have you given Mad Elf a year?
No.
he's got a point.
You got to give it like a year.
And then you got Rudolph.
Rudolph's another one I think I got to give a little bit.
Is there a Wild Elf?
That's
Did
the
you say that?
Brewworks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a Grand Cru I think I had. That was gross. I don't know. I don't really like those spicy, weird beers like that. We're running low on time, so I want to try to do a quick recap or what would you say, like a reflection on the past season. Are there any
Reflection.
beers, shows, episodes that stand out to you that, just like a quick reflection? Like think about what we've done over the past season. And I don't know when the season actually changed. I don't know when we ended a season and started a season, but I have to say for sure, Kennett Brewfest is at near the top of my list.
Absolutely. Yeah, it has to be.
It was just such a new experience.
Right.
It was a thing that we went into the unknown. We made it happen. We met a lot of cool people. And it was just fantastic.
Right.
And I'll say off of that, a brewery that stands out to me this year is Breaker. Breaker Brewing we had for the first time there.
Yeah.
And I actually got to go to that brewery on a work, kind of like around a work trip. And I just really like their beers. And I think that they have a very distinct flavor and taste to their beers. And they're great. And I think that they can, they're going to do good things, continue to do good things.
Kennett Brewfest was a great time for me. I loved seeing Taylor at a Brewfest.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Because he was, part wonderment, part confusion.
Yeah.
He was almost impressed that we knew people.
Right. I was. I got to say, what do they call it? The lanyard things? What is it?
Oh, the badges that my wife made?
Yeah, the badges were very official. And walking around there, it was great to see just your guys' impact on the craft beer world around here. People know you guys. People know the show. And it's cool to see. I don't get out much because I'm doing this every night. So, you guys are going out to these breweries and meeting these really nice and cool people. And they seem to really appreciate what we're doing here. And that really matters. That matters to me.
The personal highlight was probably listening to that guy say Levant.
And we didn't get it on the recorded.
Yeah. That was probably my personal favorite that hit the cutting room floor.
That was good.
I've said it a few times already this since it's happened, but you told me not to say that. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It was like probably my favorite thing that happened this season.
Yep.
Favorite beer that sticks out to me?
Yeah.
Absolutely 1,000%. My clear cut go to the season is Summerande by Brothers Kirshner.
Brothers Kirshner.
Tasty. Very tasty.
Very good. Very, very good.
I love that beer.
It was so good. And I got to say, like, you gave me some of the table beer from
Brew Gentleman.
And it's right up there, but doesn't top it. Summerande is just like it's the perfect beer for me. It's so good.
Table beer might be my favorite beer of the season. And what's interesting is we cracked that bottle pretty close to that Three Fontaine. Mm-hmm. And I think you're the one who said they're oddly similar.
There's some similarities there, absolutely.
And I don't know. I love Lambic, so I just love that beer.
My beer of the year that we had on the show was probably that strawberry ale from the one that Carrie just brought last episode.
The one from Wisconsin.
That was really good.
New Glarus.
Wow, that was really good.
And that's one of the ones that it didn't. We've been thinking about the fruited sours and that whole realm. Mm-hmm. To have a fruited ale that wasn't a lactose sour was so refreshing. It was so different. It changed my perception on things a little bit, which was great. New Glarus is no joke. You get any single beer from them, you're like,
yeah, fantastic.
I'm excited to try the cherry stuff he said he's got. I want to find out more about that stuff because that was a really good beer. You're right.
So flipping through my timeline, I guess I want to give a couple shout outs to people who helped make this such a great season. Russ over at PA Brew Review.
Yeah.
Not only for being a Patreon member, a guest on the show, but also him putting all that work into the website helps us generate a lot of content.
I want to get more. I want to get him back on the show.
Yeah, we
Russ,
definitely
hit
have
us
to.
up. We're going to get you on season 3.
The homie Brett.
Yeah, what up, Brett?
Brett was on
Brett and
a
Laura.
few times. Brett and Laura, for sure. He filled in one of the times I was out this season.
Yeah, that's right.
Similar to like Dave did. Dave, obviously, you're back for your second time. So thank you for helping us out, supporting us, schooling us on Mead, everything like that.
Very cool.
I think Stolen Son was this season.
Yep.
So shout out Stolen Son. There's another Brett. John Harahan, he hit us up and sent us out some beers from Minnesota right before he moved. Mm-hmm. So shout out John for all of your help and being a part of us getting this season together.
What up, John?
Fam Brewers, they were on as well.
Yeah.
They're doing great things and moving right along, brewing lots of beers. So, keep up the good work there.
Fam is so incredible. I can't wait to find out what they're doing next. Saw Sean at your birthday party. Love hanging out with that dude. What's up, Fam?
Good people.
Good people.
Kennett Brewfest obviously was fantastic. Kennett Winterfest is coming up. Tickets are on sale now. That's in February. It's on Leap Day.
Leap year.
Yeah,
Leap Day.
Leap Day. The 29th?
Do I call it Leap Year or do I call it Leap Day?
I think Leap Day. Andy, Dana's a new member as well. So thanks for our new Patreon member.
Yeah, shout out. Big time.
Jeff Norman over at Kennett Brewfest for all your support and getting us involved there.
I love that a lot of our listeners get their spouses to listen. Sean, for example, from FAM.
Yep.
We were talking about it. He's got his awesome wife listening to the shows. Brett and Laura as well. You know what I mean? Like, It's great that people are doing that. So shout out to you guys. Really appreciate it.
James from Binge House. That was a great episode as well.
Yeah.
And then, constant supporters of ours. There goes my phone. Listening to me. The guys at Bottle Room and Station Tap Room and the guys over at East Branch, local Downingtown guys. Not only have they been guests, like our last episode, and from Great Lakes, Seth.
Shout out to the beer store.
Yeah, the beer store too in Malvern. But these Downingtown guys have been such great supporters of us and willing to be on the shows and things like that. So everybody, I'm really passionate about it, and I'm so thankful that you guys gave as much as you did to help us put out a great show and be guests and teach us things. So shout out to everybody that listens, that supports. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And if I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. I tried to make sure I got everybody there.
And just to add on to that too, you guys are always looking for guests. You get great guests every episode just about. And if you're listening and you want to be a guest, if you're working at a beer store, if you're working at a brewery, or you want to get involved somehow, hit us up.
Yeah, shoot us a message. Mightbebrews@gmail.com, or if you follow us on social media, slide in the DMs.
Yeah, do it up.
Instagram, Facebook, doesn't matter. We get them right here on our phones, and we'll talk to you.
This is the season finale of Might Be Brews, but we will be back. It won't be long, month and a half or so.
Yeah, so what are we looking at? Mid-January?
Yeah, mid-January, early February.
Next time we talk, we'll be like, it's going to be like end of February.
Well, we got to listen. Every time we go on break, and I say this on every show, every time we go on break, we do a lot of big things. So we got a lot of work to do. Next season is going to be bigger, better. It's going to look better. Notice I said look better.
Video.
Total overhaul of the website. We're going to make it more accessible. We're going to make it so that people can kind of join in and make a forum on there so we can talk to you guys.
That's a good idea.
We're looking at doing some live stuff, live video, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, things of that nature. We want to get people involved. We want to get people involved on the live side. We want people to get involved on the Patreon so that we can get more on the wild card. We want to up the prize, keep the prize moving up. The more people we get involved, the more we give back. So it's going to be big. Season 3 is going to be something to look forward to, I'm telling you.
Yeah, very, very excited. So we have more beers to get to, but unfortunately, the time for Season 2 has come to an end.
Why is this music so slow?
I know, right?
1.5.
Go to Patreon. Go to Patreon.
I got to thank you. It's been a fantastic season.
Absolutely.
Thank you for everything that you do and for taking the time to, obviously do this. You're a fantastic guy to do this with.
Thanks for eating my mac and cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. Taylor, thank you for everything you do.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Really, more than anything, Dave, thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very
You're
much.
the man. If you've taken the time to listen, we can't tell you how much we appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support, for checking us out. Do me a favor, tell a friend, share, like us, subscribe to us, comment, whatever you can to help spread the word. Patreon.com/MBN Network. Check out the sponsor.
Real quick.
CBD.
Yeah, you know me as CBD. Yeah, you got it. Real quick, Dave, plug real quick. Colony Meadery.
ColonyMeadery.com. You can come visit us in Allentown, Bethlehem, and Scranton. Get available at any Wegmans, and especially available at the Bottle Room. Go see Carrie. Get a peanut butter and jelly taco.
Yes, good call. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Love you guys.